In the meantime,
Yeah, there it is.
Clifton.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried to warn you, Bill, like
Yeah,
2
here
minutes
I am.
ago.
All right, there I am. Sorry. Oh, I swear. All right. I love this when it all happens at the beginning, though, because I can cut that out easy enough. Thank you guys.
Except for everyone watching right now.
Except for everybody watching. They're like the guinea pigs. They're awesome. They're here every week. I appreciate it.
20 in the chat right now. That's awesome. We haven't even
Hey,
started
that's
yet.
good. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hit the thumbs up while you're here.
Oh yes, please.
Anyways, I am Clifton. My channel is Bourbon Bytes, where I do whiskey reviews with a video gaming twist. I play Knobolas, who is a half-elf warlock. He is slowly discovering what he finds as his goal in life. And we'll see if that gets revealed maybe sometime soon. But I'm drinking a mead, actually. So it came up last week that what was what's a vintage drink that people would have drank during like Dungeons and Dragons time? And like mead was the answer. So this is called From the Ashes. This is from a meadery in Temecula area called Batch Meadery. It is a raspberry chipotle mead. So it's super
That's
dark,
interesting.
like Alessio would like. But yeah, it's 8.5%, and don't have too much experience with mead, but I love how smoky this is. I've never had a smoky mead before, and I just think it's absolutely delicious.
I have to imagine that's pretty uncommon to have a smoky mead. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's got like a nice like raspberry, but like it's like a charred raspberry, which is like a weird thing, but it works so well.
It sounds pretty damn good.
It's
Yeah,
really
man.
good.
Yeah.
Making me salivate a little bit for that
I
one.
know, right? Awesome.
Smoky mead sounds really good. Yeah.
It really does. I'm just drinking beer. Nothing crazy. This company called Lamplighter near me. For anybody who's in the area. I don't know. It's an IPA, 6.8%. I find that if I just chug whiskey and try to DM, it doesn't always go very well. So I've switched
Oh,
to
it goes
beer.
great.
Seen that coming.
Yeah, it's great when you guys get hammered. It's less great when I do. Gets more entertaining when you do, less entertaining when I do. Anyway, all right. So speaking of the game, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what happened last week. So I'm going to load up the map here just so we can kind of take a look at the world at large. So this is the Lands of Dimidium. This little boat here is the Mighty Maiden, and this is where you guys are sailing from Alowith Harbor over to Knife's Edge, which is a prison camp. So the last time that we gathered, you guys had your first full day at sea, and you were kind of learning your trades. You were... Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm on the... Yep. So you guys were... There's the screen that you need. So last time that we played, you guys were spending your first day at sea, and you were learning all of your different jobs aboard. And within a few hours of starting, you guys ran into some poachers who had supposedly killed a dragon turtle wormling, which is an enormous turtle, although just a baby, that kind of swims through the ocean, usually attacks boats, but is very illegal to hunt for fear of retribution by some of the older of the dragon turtles. So, through a little conversation, Agnomeio swung on a rope, landed on the turtle's back, and bartered with the sailors. Didn't go very well until Agnomeio decided to kind of trip or throw, or however you ended up getting their captain into the water, at which point you negotiated to take some of the teeth from the dragon turtle, and he let you walk away. Now these things are about as big as you are, so I mean, I'm not sure what you're going to do with them yet, but we'll find out soon.
I'm gonna make stilts.
Gonna make stilts. A little later, you guys noticed that some of the fish and dolphins around the boat were getting a little thicker, and the fishing was pretty good. At which point, your cook aboard the ship, Salt, decided to run out of the kitchen area, rip off his shirt, and dive into the water with his war fork, where he spearfished multiple fish and came back on board. And you suppose that you know what's for dinner tonight. A little while later, you guys ran into a random rowboat that was in the middle of the ocean. And seeing absolutely nothing suspicious about this situation, except for Clifton, Agnomeio decided to, once again, brazenly jump into the boat, at which point you discovered that it is a mimic. Now, for anybody who's joining us tonight, a mimic is a creature that can kind of take on the form of anything it wants. It's pretty much all teeth once it decides to show its true form, and in this case, it tried to eat Agnomeio. Now, it didn't work, but you guys, through some very clever trickery, you managed to capture this mimic, and you are currently dragging it behind the mighty maiden, attached to a grappling hook. You also named it Mimi, the mimic. So, lastly, right before we ended, you guys starting to be dark out, and you noticed a floating island. Now, Squall, the captain of the boat, said that he had never actually seen that before in this area or at all, so you decided to pull up to it. Now, the floating island was about 20 feet off the surface of the ocean, so not super high, and somebody was able to throw the anchor from the ship over to the island, and you were able to kind of maneuver yourself so that you could get onto the island, and that's where we're going to rejoin the group tonight. So, let's go ahead and get the screen up.
And we're back. Welcome to the floating island.
Got an exciting night of action for you here on Floating Island.
That is kind of action. It's
Hopefully not too exciting. Hopefully no one dies.
hopefully
it's
not
pretty
too
much a given that Bill's going to try to kill us.
There's only one of you that I try to kill. So, actually, I try to kill you all.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Real
it's
quick
just that
note
one
for anybody in the chat.
almost
So
dies
we're going to try
most.
doing... That's true. Real quick note for anybody in the chat. We're going to try to do the music again tonight. So if the music ends up blasting at any point and we don't notice it, let us know. All right. So you guys are outside of the cave. Let me just kind of get this over here a little bit. So as I mentioned, it's dark. It's probably close to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. And you guys are just making your way aboard this floating island in the sky. So what would you like to do?
Well, I suppose we should. I know there's a cave entrance somewhere ahead,
Mm-hmm.
right? So,
I imagine that's why you
Yes,
can't
so
see
the cave
very,
entrance is.
very
Ah,
I
much.
basically
yes,
put you
which-
right outside the cave entrance. Yep.
here it is. Look at that. That's a.
Yeah, look at that. Well, I
Right.
remember from last week, we were kind of in the entrance, and Bill was saying that it actually smells like pretty clean, like clean, fresh, like saltwater air. There was nothing like super. It didn't smell like death in there. Let's just say that.
Correct. Yes. So one thing
Which
that
might
I
be a better-
forgot to
might be a
mention is
better
that you
sign.
actually were. So I think I might be lagging a little bit because I find that I keep kind of talking over you guys. And
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
lagging.
you're lagging really bad, Bill.
Yeah.
all right, so I'm gonna kill the music again because I think that the music is the only difference tonight. So I'm gonna kill the music and see if that makes a difference. Because I don't think it's playable the way that it was. So let's see. It already seems like it's running a little smoother. Do I seem like I'm a little
Gosh
better?
darn the music.
I don't know, Bill. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
You're still lagging.
No.
Yeah.
A little bit, but not nearly as
It
bad as it
wasn't
was
as bad.
earlier.
Yeah. You're about 5 seconds behind.
Yeah, you still look like Max Headroom from the 80s and the Pepsi.
Oh my God! I saw
so
one of
is
those
that,
advertisements in a liquor basement not so long ago.
Is there anything else you have updating or that
So
in
it's-
the background that you could kill, Bill?
No, and what's weird is my everything says it's actually like it says that I'm outputting 60 frames per second and everything. I'm not sure what the problem is, and that's very unlike me.
Is anyone streaming any movies in your house?
No, actually, I'm completely alone.
The
right
kids
now.
are just up there. They got like 5 devices going. It's...
I know. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that.
Yeah, well, Bill, your frame rate to us looks a little choppy too. Just FYI.
Yeah.
All right, sorry everybody in the
kids
chat.
are- the
Hang-
kids
hang
are
with us for a
streaming
couple
now.
minutes.
Oh, good.
The kids are streaming
What else?
4K, freaking Blue's Clues.
Oh, it's Paw Patrol these days. Paw Patrol's the shit.
Oh,
Paw Patrol.
Isn't
I
there a
gotta say,
Blue's
Paw-
Clues
Paw-
movie coming
Paw
out
Patrol's
soon
pretty
with like
awesome.
all? Oh, yeah, I haven't watched it, but
All
right,
Is anyone
let's
else
switch
getting
back
an
over to
echo?
here for a minute?
Not to add to our problems, but
I heard it for a second. I don't hear it right now.
Yeah, I heard it for a quick second, but I don't hear it
Yeah.
anymore.
So
Okay.
I switched over in OBS. I switched away from using the like not having Foundry up just to see if that changes anything. Does it change anything?
You're not laggy right now. You actually sound pretty
Yeah,
good.
I don't think you are.
Okay. So now
No, I think you're good. That was like there was no delay there, so
All
I
right,
think we're 100% good
so
now.
now I'm back over where I'm showing the virtual tabletop, and I do show my CPU is pretty spiked.
Oh, yep. Now you're laggy.
God damn it.
Wow. All right, that's really obnoxious because at this point nothing's different than last week, but I have an idea because I always do.
They said that the stream is also freezing every now and then, apparently.
Yep. All right, so let's try this.
Right now, you're not laggy at all, though. So just
Whoa, trippy.
All right. Let me try this. I was gonna go for some mood lighting, but let's see if the lighting is what's throwing it off. Oh, this is insane. You know what? Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, my CPU is going down. I wonder if it's the lighting computation. Oh, no, it's not. All right, tell you what. Everybody in the chat, just hang tight. I'm gonna reboot, and then I'll be right back.
All right.
okay. We'll be on now. I think.
All right.
I think we pop back on.
So
Okay.
I just put you guys back in.
Oh.
So it's buffering right now, and it's about to do stuff. All right.
Yes. All right.
So
I see
we
us.
should
I
be
see us
back
on
in.
there.
And now it's going to take a sec. It does say excellent connection, so that's a good start. Of course, we lost all our viewers. Oh, well.
They'll be back.
They'll be
back.
back. Yeah, it's fine.
They can't get enough of us.
I know. We're pretty awesome. Especially you guys. Thank you for holding on. All right, so let's do this. Let me get my... I totally have to redo my setup here. But while I am doing that, let's get the lighting back set up. Let's hope for the best, and then I'll accommodate if not. I do think, honestly, I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that my machine is like crazy hot. Like it's like 90 degrees down here right now. It's super hot.
I hear you.
Because we don't
Why
have.
isn't your air? Why isn't your air on?
Well, we don't have what do you call it? Central air in the basement.
What?
Oh my god, I
You
would
gotta
die.
remember, he's in Boston. Did you even have heat up until like 2 years ago?
I'm waiting on
So-
confirmation. No one has really said if they can see or hear us. So
Oh yeah, EJ says I'm still here. Robzilla
Oh, yeah,
is
okay, yeah,
in.
so-
Yeah.
it says
I'm
14 watch
I'm-
out. I'll ask them to
I'm re-
refresh.
I'm reposting in Patreon. We're back.
Okay, cool. You guys
Yeah,
will.
13 back in.
You guys
Bourbon
will have
Ranch,
to-
Nerd Alert. There we go. Okay, we're good.
Cool. You guys will have to come back in to Foundry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So for anybody
Come back in
rejoining,
to
thanks
Foundry.
for hanging out. Yeah, like reload the page into Foundry.
Oh, yep.
Got it.
EJ said we can see and hear you. Awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
And we're back. Let's go to the cake.
Awesome. Thank y'all in the chat for letting us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're lovely. We love
There you
you.
go. Still here. All right, perfect.
True story.
I am not back in yet, just FYI.
Yeah, my thing is still. Hold on, Foundry, and go.
That's all right. We won't go anywhere without you guys.
Don't venture into the cave. Well, knowing Ed, his character will just go into the cave just by himself because why not?
I have
Yeah,
a tendency
and-
to do these things.
Yeah, Ed just likes to jump into everything.
Sure does.
Let's jump.
Might as well jump.
Okay, Van Halen.
Mm.
Jason Busey's calling you a gnome, or what is it? A dwarf with dwarfism. He's saying there's no such thing as gnomes, half elves, or not halflings, etc.
That's actually very serendipitous because I was just talking with Bill about something like that.
Mhm.
Tune into the Patreon to find out more.
Yes. We're going to have some cool stuff actually coming out the next few weeks for a little background. World building, etc. For those of you that are in the Patreon, I know I've been promising you some of this whole creation myth thing. Problem is I keep writing it and I keep wanting to expand upon it, so it's kind of a job's never done, and I don't want to put it out unfinished. It'll get there shortly.
Yeah, you can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
I know.
Wow,
All right.
there we go.
So actually, I don't see any of you guys in the stream.
I am
I keep
joining.
refreshing.
It just popped in right now. It's working
Oh,
now.
did it?
so
Let me
I'm
refresh
joining
mine
in.
now.
Yep.
Yep, mine popped up now too.
Awesome.
And
Okay,
mine's
I see
taking a while,
Agnomeio-
but it's getting there.
I see Agnomeio is in. Alessio
There we
is
go,
in.
yeah.
Load her up.
James Taylor. So he said that he just rolled some new characters, but he's playing with the rules from the 70s. So it's got to be first edition.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd even want to play first edition, to be honest. Like, I'd try it, but it sounds like a lot of work.
Oh man. See, I started playing advanced D&D, which is second edition.
Yeah.
And that still had THAC0 to hit
Yep.
AC 0. Oh man, you had tables and shit. Like you had tables upon tables. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, there's something nice though about like having the pieces and the actual dice.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would love to do that. I originally had this thing blown up. I was gonna buy a whole bunch of stuff and host a game at the Bastards Ball this year. But Ed, you're Jason.
Oh well,
Jason,
shit. If I knew you were gonna do that, I would have tried to make it. God.
Oh, that's true. 'Cause you actually, yeah. Are you going to the ball this year, Ed?
No.
Okay.
No, I am.
Yeah.
I am not.
You got a lot to do at the moment, so
Mhm.
our Ed Distiller over here. So, all right. Without
Yeah.
further ado, so we are it's 10:00, so we're good. Good time to start. All right. So, you guys are at the entrance of the cave, and this is kind of where we picked up last week, as Jason reminded me. So the internals, or the inside of this cave, smells kind of like seawater. It's actually pretty fresh, and there's a number of glowing blue and gold lights that you can just barely make out from the front of the cave.
Well, don't touch those. is what
Yeah,
I've
Knobolas
learned.
learned that real quick last time I went to a cave. I was like, ooh, glowy things.
Just pat it. Just that.
All right, so
well,
so let's just let's say we take a few steps in, guys, and take kind of a look around, I guess.
Yes. The game is paused, but
Yeah, it is.
Sure
paused.
is.
there we
There it is.
go. I'm just gonna slap the wall with my sword on the way in, just to make sure this whole cave isn't a mimic.
Ding.
Just tickle it a little bit.
From here on out, everything is could possibly be a mimic to Ed.
Yeah.
Well, I also like the idea that we kind of invented mimic fishing. You know, like I was literally tied off. We threw bait on a line into a mimic.
Phil, you want to try the music again, or you think that's
Sure.
gonna bog it down?
Let's give it a shot, and if it's bad, then we'll turn it back off.
All right.
All right. So
I like the cute little crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
All
It's
right.
So
much
anyway,
cuter than mine.
So let's get back into this. So you enter the cave and you see multiple blue and orange pulsating bulbs. They seem to murmur with life like an irregular heartbeat. Inside the cave, there's multiple stalagmites sticking out of the floor, as well as you can see a giant hole in kind of the center of this room that looks down back to the ocean. The ground itself feels kind of gritty under your feet. It's mostly stone, but there's a bit of sediment kind of chipped off, so not much risk of slipping around here. But what would you like to do?
Well, let's see. So we can't see that far into it. There's a lot. It looks like there's a lot more cave back there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we
Either
should
left
just
or right.
maybe press forward, but a little bit more careful. I don't think we should split up.
No,
bad
we've
idea.
learned. We've learned that.
But you guys wanna bear right, or you want to bear left at the fork here?
Since I'm a good, you're all a thick, and we still believe in that left-handed shit. I'm gonna go to the right.
Okay, so let's go right here.
All right. So you guys make
Sure.
your way over to the right. It's the
Yeah.
skinnier of the two areas for sure, but again, no problem keeping your footing here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go a little bit forward. Can we maybe investigate a little more of this glow stuff? I don't want to touch that shit, but I want to at least, I don't know,
Sure.
check it out somehow. Maybe get a little closer. Should we maybe roll perception?
Sure. Why don't you roll nature for me?
or investigate? Roll what?
Nature.
Nature.
Okay. I can do
nature.
nature.
Okay.
All right.
Who's
so
better at nature?
Oh, sorry. I rolled.
We all were. Oh,
We
okay.
all rolled.
That's
A lot
all
of
right.
nature.
That's all right. Well, so a couple of 13s. So that's okay though, not a problem. So you guys have for sure never seen anything like this before. Now you don't touch it, but well, tell me, what are you doing? Like, are you just looking at it? How are you trying to learn more about this stuff?
I think just kind of getting, somewhat close to it, but not close enough to, unless it's poisonous or something. I'm a little bit wary of. Anything glowing and bright colored could be poisonous.
Sure.
So I want to get too close, but I'm trying to see if I can maybe detect a smell coming off of it.
Sure.
Or is it just glowing? Is it actually alive?
Well, so there's no smell, or at least nothing discernible, but what you do feel is that there's a little bit of warmth that's radiating off of these, just enough that from about 5 inches away you can kind of just barely feel it. And inside of them, they're kind of like little orbs. Think about the size of maybe a softball. You see little sparks, not like fireflies, but more like something otherworldly. Just you're pretty certain that these are not from this plane of existence. If they are, they're exceptionally rare because you've never even heard of this.
Well,
Ooh, I
that's
kind of want to
kinda
check the
neat.
blue ones to see if we feel some coldness coming from those.
Oh,
So I'm
that would make
wondering,
sense.
fellas, if it's possible, if I can I do have the mage hand. I can maybe send my mage hand into it and without touching it physically,
Sure.
and maybe see if that sparks anything. Sparks.
I dig
Is
it.
Is that something I can do? Oh,
So you're trying to use your mage hand to
maybe grab the orb or touch an orb.
to actually touch it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can. And when you said go through it, I was unsure. All right. So
Not go through it, but actually use my mage hand to maybe grab it. So this way, nobody's touching it physically. Maybe just kind of test it out.
absolutely. So you are you touching the blue ones, the yellow ones?
Well, we're close to the yellow ones here. Let's go with that first.
Sure. So as you reach out with the spectral hand, it kind of floats over very gently, feeling the heft of these balls.
A nice warm yellow ball.
These nice warm balls.
He couldn't say orb.
Heavy balls.
Orbs might have been worse, actually.
Heavy balls on a girthy stalk.
Yeah. Let's not cause a girthquake.
All right. Anyway, so your spectral hand kind of comes out and it grabs this orb. It just kind of holds it for a second, and as you lift it up, you actually feel the island itself move slightly, just slightly down, almost like if you were going down an elevator too fast. That little feeling in your stomach lets you know, and you feel like the whole island just kind of fell a little bit.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my, they're balloons. We're in a hot air balloon.
I don't know about a hot air balloon, but I think I think these glowing orbs is kind of the lifeline of the island. So I feel like if we move them from where we are, it's the island will either fall or maybe even disappear into existence.
I'm wondering if if we take one of the cold ones, like if we lift one of those,
Will they go
because
up?
if we take the ones that are making heat, it goes lower, right? If we take if we lift up one of the ones that are making cold, assuming these are making cold, Bill, do I feel cold?
They also feel warm.
Oh, they also feel warm.
Oh, plot
Oh
twist.
man, I was thinking we could figure out how to.
I know. I
this
thought the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah, I was like, Agnomeio, how do you know they're cold already? We know they're cold.
I was
waiting
hoping
for
they
that.
were cold.
Yeah.
I was hoping
you know-
they were cold.
Bill, I also have a mage hand, so I think I would like to do. I'm just gonna mimic what Jason did there. I'm gonna use my mage hand to try to grab a blue ball. Grab the blue balls.
All
You
right.
know, if you grab them for too long, they're not going to be blue anymore.
Good point. Good point.
All right.
I'll be very gentle with them.
I doubt that somehow. All right, so anyway, you reach out also with your spectral hand, and you lift one of the orbs, and the island feels like it shifts up slightly.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, that's good to know for the future. I don't know if we need that right now, but
I will also tell you that all for what senses you can tell through these spectral hands, you get the feeling that these orbs are extremely delicate. A little bit too much handling, and they may break.
Burst.
Ooh, okay. I wonder if we can find some other. I wonder if there's any orbs that control, what's it called on a plane? Yaw. The yaw.
Pitch.
Pitch. That's it.
I don't think I want to mess with the freaking yaw rate.
I was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's good to know, like, for the future.
Up and down are great for me. We'll see. All right, so I'm gently putting the hot yellow ball back where my mage hand found it.
Likewise.
All right.
And then I guess now that we know that intel, at least if something happens in here, at least we know how to maybe control the island a bit. So, hey, I forgot Elric was here. What's going on, Mr. Red? What do you say about this?
He well, let's see what he knows. So, Elric is for anybody joining us, Elric is a ship wizard who basically he's trained enough to know how to do certain spells that could come in handy on a ship. He's not necessarily classically trained as a wizard, but maybe he showed some sort of promise. So in this case, he actually looks at these. He's not very sure. He obviously knows that it's magical, so he rolled more of an Arcana kind of check to see if he's aware of this at all. He's never seen anything like this before either.
All right,
that's good to know.
Can I also just say I loved your very mercenary New York way of asking him about them? Just like, hey, fuck that. You know anything about these orbs?
I mean, that's I think there's a little.
Hey, fucko, tell me about these bulls.
Yeah. even though Alessio is from another world here, there's a little Italian in him. Yeah. Hey, useless fuckstick. What do you know about this?
he's not much.
All right. So all right. Thanks for being useless. All right. Let's press on here. Agnomeio, hey, stop diving into shit. Come back.
I feel like you're definitely the older brother in this relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Alessio's that rogue. He's kind of careful. Like Agnomeio just wants to freaking jump into everything. Knobolas, we gotta just make sure no one's hotter than he is.
Right, exactly.
Of course.
Yes, we've all got our things. All right. So anyway,
so as we press forward, what are we looking at, DM here?
All right. So ahead of you spot there is a door at the end of this cave, and it's very clearly made well. Like you don't get a feeling like somebody rolled a boulder in front of it. This is a heavy metal door.
Is that like a mist on the ground in front of us?
No. There's some water in this cave. Oddly enough, actually, no. The things are shedding some light, just maybe not as much as they could. That's okay.
Yeah, we've got all sorts of fun ocean detritus in here. If anyone wants a narwhal horn or some minnows. Also, wait, before we go in there, though, I'm definitely throwing a rock in that pool of water.
Good idea.
So you throw a rock in the pool of water, and you see a little tiny crab just kind of scuttle out of the way, but mostly it seems very still, stagnant. It doesn't. You don't imagine that this water drains much. The bottom of the floor is rock. It seems to just be in a little pool.
Okay. Well, everybody keep it in your pants. This cave has crabs.
I don't know. I'm feeling a little horny. I kind of want to go near the horn.
All these balls everywhere. Okay, Daffy leaves for one session.
I was just going to say, you guys.
Yeah, seriously, it all goes to hell. Okay.
It's mostly me. I'm sorry.
All right. So,
all right.
You hear Elric make a noise, just like that. And you look back, and you notice that there is a strange yellow goo on the ground here that has
Oh
just
boy.
slapped him with this long tendril called a pseudopod, and it hits him for 10 damage actually. So he is now stuck to this thing, and he calls out. He goes, "Help!"
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
now
Well,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Gotta
help
go
this
help
guy
Elric.
Let's
gonna
go
help
ahead
him,
and roll initiative, please.
from the blob. Okay. Oh damn.
Oh wow.
Oof,
20.
not do good.
I'm wasting my good rolls early.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I didn't roll so well, so I'm glad I got mine out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. So up first here is Agnomeio,
Okay.
as per normal.
Yeah, I do like to just rush straight at shit. Do I know anything about this particular blob? Looking at it, have I ever seen it before? Or something like it before, I would say.
Yeah. So roll a let's go nature.
Sure. 21.
So yes, you do actually. In fact, so this is called an ochre jelly. So this is a type of ooze that it lives in caves, kind of like abandoned areas, and I mean it's got like kind of acid attacks. It's generally just acts like an ooze. It tries to attack things and eat it, and that's about all it's good for.
Okay, got it.
Did it come out of
I'll
the
yell
ball?
to the party. Watch out for acid. I really don't need you guys to tune in, turn on, and drop out right now. Sorry, was that too inside baseball?
Oh, I just
But,
thought.
It's
I thought it was an
sometimes
anti-drug reference. My bad.
Sometimes these don't land.
That's okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot the guy.
all right. Go ahead and with crossbow or
Wait,
I am.
You're shooting Elric, or you're shooting the blob?
No, the ooze.
You said the guy. I'm like, why are you shooting Elric?
I know, no, the ooze. I don't want to plug Elric in the back.
all right. So you
Oh,
did
nice.
Okay, so as you shoot it with your arrow, it actually splits into.
Oh no.
Two
No.
They
Ah.
Now they both have less hit points apiece, but
Oh, okay. So they're like smaller.
whoops. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Oh
interesting.
boy.
All right, so yeah, they actually, you're right. They actually reduce in size a little bit. I'm not going to bother with that, but they are both considered medium size right now. They were originally large. They were fairly big things. Okay, so let's see. Anything else?
No. No, I'm good for now.
All right.
I'll yell to Elric, hey, I'm definitely coming to save you, just not this turn.
All right. So Elric is actually up next. So he is going to try to get away from this thing first off. So he's going to make a strength saving throw. Let's see how he does. 17, that's enough. So he pulls himself away, and he kind of moves back a little bit. And he is going to do a Ray of Frost at this one ochre jelly. So that hits. It does -3 damage. All right. Cool. And it is slowed. All right. Knobolas, you're up.
All right. I'm going to move, I don't want to be too far away from these balls in case we need them. So I'm going to move a little bit more to the left. So I'm just going to put myself like right about there.
Okay.
Just to kind of oversee everything. So I'm going to move over here. I think that's
Sure.
where it was. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast this guy right here.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
so-
okay.
ooh, wow.
Nice.
Nice shot.
I hit, 21 and then 15 damage.
Damn,
So
dude.
Wow.
15 damage. He is very hurt. Like extremely hurt. All right. Anything else?
I hold on one second. I would actually like to also go ahead and put a hex on the other one.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm going to target the other one and I'm going to hex him.
All right.
And then I'll end my turn.
Now, just since this is the first time you're hexing something, can you tell the audience kind of what that does?
So sorry, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. All right, so I place a curse on a creature that I can see within range, and then until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to him whenever I hit him with an attack. So I didn't want to target the one that was badly hurt. I'd rather target the other one right now with that one. So
Nice. All right. So up next is Alessio.
All right. Let me let's see here. I mean, yeah, I can't tell what the hell which ochre jelly is lesser on.
So the one on the left, the one that's actually behind the stalagmite at the moment. So he's kind of got a little bit of cover. Knobolas went around the side, so that wasn't a problem. But from your position, he would have pretty good cover.
So he's the lesser of the hit points.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll kind of do. I'll kind of go near Knobolas here.
Okay.
So I can get a better angle, and then I'm gonna shoot at him with my short bow.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh my
Oh
god!
wow!
So
no.
that does not hit. So 6 does not hit. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go lie in shame in the pool of trout.
Beautiful. All right. Up next is the ochre jelly on the left. So he is going to. He's actually gonna kind of scooch around this stalactite, and he is going to go more for Elric as well. He's going to pseudopod him again. An 11 does not hit. All right. That's too bad because he rolled really well. All right, so he attempts to attack him. That does not work. Up next is the next ochre jelly. So he's going to kind of squish his way over at Elric again. Elric is kind of freaking out a little bit because he's surrounded. And let's see. He does 17 to hit, so he's doing 12 points of damage. So Elric is really just taking it to the face here. Just...
Don't worry, it's okay if you die. Alessio does it all the time.
It'll be fine. All right. Up next is Agnomeio.
All right. So if I remember correctly, my spicula has a reach, or spicula?
Spiculo.
Spiculo, excuse me. So I'm gonna weep the ooze in front of me.
Sounds good. Yep, it does have reach, so perfect.
That's a 13.
A 13. That will... I can't see. Things are on top of other things. Hold on. That will definitely hit. Yep.
Nice.
And that's enough to... That does slashing, actually, so... but it's enough to kill him. So,
good.
You kill this ooze. It kind of flattens out. It goes...
Oh,
and it smells pretty awful.
I was like, now the fresh ocean air is no longer.
It kind of smells.
Right.
It kind of smells like rotten crab or like decaying seafood. You imagine it's probably been feeding on some of the things in here.
Oh,
All right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Anything else?
Do I want to do anything else? I mean, I'm going to just move diagonally. So I'm going to whip. Well, no, I don't want to move right there. I'm going to move right here so that I'm not too close to that jelly, just in case something happens. And then I'll come rescue Elric later.
All right. So Elric is up next. He's gonna cast Mage Armor because he didn't have it on, like an idiot. So Mage Armor, he now has basically he's got a higher AC. So that was his action. For his bonus action, though, he's going to cast Ray of Frost against this ochre jelly as well. So a 10, and he does 3 damage. So 3 damage, that will hit. And the ochre jelly is still slowed, so it will not be able to move as fast. All right, up next is Knobolas. And Elric looks over at you and he says, he's like, help me.
Yes,
Oh.
in a minute.
Oh, Knobolas has this, so I think he's going to, now that he's put a hex on this creature, he's going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast this guy this time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here it comes.
Dang.
That definitely hits. Ooh, actually, that did exactly what you needed to. So, you hit with 19 for 12 damage, and it just kind of loses all of its gelatinous form and just flows out. You actually see these two things, they kind of start dripping over the side just into the water. They're very dead. All right.
Cadaverific, as some say.
We are now out of initiative.
All right, guys. Thanks for. Sorry, I was completely useless in that.
So Elric walks over. He says, "I'm sorry. And then you see him. He actually he drinks a healing potion. So he's going to heal himself a little bit. But
can we ask him, like, did he see that thing appear? Like, where did it come from?
It just was right behind me. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't even hear it. It just kind of started slapping me. So
Nice to know that you have all this healing potions and armor and shit. I'm like, geez, thanks for the info.
he says, well, he doesn't have any he doesn't have any armor. He has healing potions. Only a couple of them.
I thought he had. Didn't he cast mage armor?
Mage armor. That's a spell.
Yeah, where's our mage armor, eh?
He can give you some, but
should we go check out this door?
Yeah, let's go. I think maybe somebody maybe Elric just kind of keep an eye behind our backs, just make sure that nothing else pops up behind us, and let's go check out this door.
All right, no problem. He if you remember, he was a bit of a dick to you, Alessio, but he's immediately humbled that you guys are as powerful as you are, and he's happy to kind of do his part. So he says, "No problem. Nothing's getting past me." So he's got his back. He's got his back to you guys at the moment. So
I believe in you, my ginger-headed friend.
All right.
I still don't trust you yet, Red, but I'm getting there.
So this door in front of you, it has a weird, although it's made of metal, it has a slight blue tint, almost as if there's some cobalt kind of involved in the like an alloy. It looks pretty sturdy, and there's a sign above the door that says Volantis Plane of Water Research Center. And Elric,
Is that anything to you guys?
Elric actually, he notices the sign, and he says, Volantis. That's the school for mages.
Oh.
It's the you guys have seen the what do you call it, the map before, and I'll show everybody here. There's a floating island off the coast of Ikari here called Volantis, and that's where kind of the extremely gifted wizards and sorcerers and warlocks and any other magic user will go to Volantis and learn there. It's very hard to get into, very hard to stay in.
Oh, interesting.
Basically the Hogwarts.
Yeah, I mean, you could call it that, but it would be more it would be more like you would typically have to be almost proven, like you would be discovered probably as a young wizard in your village or wherever you are, and you would be invited to come to Volantis.
So it's Hogwarts, but we can't say it's Hogwarts because of copyright.
And also you're Harry Potter because you are gifted.
I know, and I love that Molly had to miss this episode because she could not be more into Harry Potter. Like that's her obsession.
Oh,
but
Harry Potter is my only entry into like the whole world of like wizardry. So I'm using what I know.
Wizardry, guys. Wizardry.
That's all right. All right. Anyway, so you've got this door in front of you. What would you like to do?
I mean, should we give it a knock first before we just barge in? Well, first maybe gently check: is it locked or is it?
It is locked.
That's a good thing to check.
It is locked. All right. Should we knock or should I pick it?
I think we should knock, right? Because it does have a sign. We can assume someone's actually living
Someone
in
might
there.
be back there.
Yeah.
If it's the school of water mages and they're floating this island around I don't know, maybe look at water. Yeah, let's knock.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Sure. All right, so you guys knock. Yep. And no answer.
No answer. How about we knock another time just to be sure? A little harder.
How long
Well,
would you like?
that's polite. That's nice. Yeah.
How long would you like to wait?
Just knock again right now. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. So you knock again, and a little bit of time goes by. Nothing.
Well.
So, okay, here's an idea. It might be preemptive. We might want to try to pick it first, but what if we sink the island and then go underwater and then enter this door? That's just preemptive. We can try picking it first, but.
And you say I'm the hot-headed one.
Wait a second.
Let's all go around.
Isn't the door on the island? How are we gonna go under it?
I was gonna say I'm not
Well,
even
'cause we have the
sure that I
balls.
follow the logic. Like I get what you're talking about, but I don't know how that helps.
Never scrap that idea. Don't listen to
Yeah, how does that? I think
He's still enamored by the balls.
I think the smoky mead is getting to him, guys.
All right, so,
Alessio, would you care to?
Yes, let me pick this thing.
pick that thing.
Pick that.
All right, go ahead and
thing.
pick that lock.
Okay.
Pick that.
Wait, I'm still looking at the overview map.
Yeah, click on floating island. That's what I had to do.
Oh, there we go. Floating island. Got it. Okay.
I can also pull you to the scene. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Sorry about
Got it. All right. So what should I roll?
So go to your inventory and go to your lockpicking kit. All right, sorry, your
Thieves tools.
your thieves tools.
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
thieves tools. Yep, got it. Use thieves tools.
12
I once
is
played
enough.
with a cleric who carried thieves' tools everywhere, and whenever asked why he had thieves' tools, he'd just say, "'Cause I like to steal shit."
Okay.
I never know if you're going for a joke or not. So I was like, where is this going? What is this? Anyway, all right. So you rattle around with the lock for a minute. It doesn't come easily, but you are able to click it open, and the door unlocks.
Oh baby.
Thank God I didn't sink us.
Knobolas just wanted to play with all the yellow balls.
I did.
All right. So what are you doing with this door? Are you gonna stare
All
at
right,
it?
we're gonna kind of slowly. So I pick it, and then I hear it unlock.
Okay.
Basically, I'm kind of still kneeling, because I'm at the lock. I just kind of slowly open it just to see if I could see any sort of light or anybody in there. Now,
Sure.
obviously, since nobody answered, I'm figuring there's nobody out behind this door, but I don't know what's going on exactly. So we kind of slowly open it with Knobolas and Agnomeio and Elric kind of behind me and just kind of peeking in as well.
All right.
dig
So
it.
Elric kind of sees that you're done, so he's backing up just a little bit to kind of get closer to you guys, and because I can't do it through Foundry here, so you manage to open the door just like a tad, and you notice that there's a little bit of resistance, but you see down near your knees the water that was kind of coming underneath the door. You could tell maybe it's like kind of you're pushing against water and it's kind of flowing back through.
Okay.
Not like a deluge of water. It's more just, it seems like maybe it's flooded on the other side of this door. About the same depth as it is here. You see what looks like the bottom of a set of stairs, and there's no ambient light outside of what's coming from where you are on the other side of the door.
Oh,
At least
so we're
that's what
literally
you can see
opening...
from a peek.
All right, so it looks like so that's why nobody answered, because we're basically opening the door to a staircase.
I still have some torches. I don't know about you guys.
I think I have a couple still.
Elric actually, Elric says, "Oh, I got that," and he casts light. He actually.
Elric. Look at Elric all of a sudden being so damn useful. Love it. I'm glad we convinced him to come along.
Mr. Lightbulb, my man.
So he
right. Can we just
go
call him GE?
Well, he should go first.
GE, oh, that's good.
Yeah. All right, Elric, why don't you lead the way here?
Okay. He said.
Actually, as the fighter of the group, I mean, you know, because I'm a swordsman. I will go first because
you go
my
first.
brawn.
Yeah. So he kind of looks down at his clothes versus your, what are you wearing, mail, I would guess.
Yeah.
He says that's probably a better idea, but I'll watch you. Don't worry.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So you
Yeah,
I mean, I would like to point out I am wearing mail over a very snappy jacket.
Agnomeio, why don't you lead the way? Elric, follow him. This way, Knobolas and I can kind of watch your back a little bit.
Sure.
What?
All right. So you open the door, and
Look at that.
so there's a stairway. So in front of you is a set of stairs with a pretty narrow stairwell. The stairs are a bit slick with moss and seem to be made out of cobblestone. Again, a slight blue hue seems to be part of the rock. At the top of the stairs is another door with a symbol on it. And
Do I assume I don't recognize the symbol?
why don't you roll Arcana?
Okay.
Let's give you a chance to be smart.
23.
You
Very
definitely
smart.
do. So
Damn.
it's the symbol.
Yeah, I'm wicked good at Arcana.
It's the symbol for evocation, which is a school of magic
Ooh.
having to do with usually like destructive magic or attack magic, if you want to think of it that way. Things like fireballs are part of evocation.
Oh, all right. Hey, Elric, could I borrow you for a second?
Sure.
I like that I switched to my Midwestern voice when I asked for a favor.
So he looks up
Could
and he
you-
says, yeah, he knows what that is immediately.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What could you tell us if...
meaning that he recognizes the symbol as being evocation.
Oh, I thought maybe you knew if we were going to get hit by a fireball. No.
Now, based on the based on the school of evocation, there's usually, it's like anything else. There's both good and evil. So what type of wizards are behind that door?
Yeah.
So
What if the rune of evocation is a trap? Perhaps we should check the hallway.
That's a wrap. All right.
Oh.
So Elric.
Trap, is that what you said? I was so confused.
So Elric just rolled a little Arcana to see if he could kind of figure out what's going on with this door, but he's got no clue. Aside from just knowing that that's a symbol for evocation, he says, I mean, maybe it's a trap. I really don't know. It could be a sign that, like, maybe there's a school of evocation. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to kind of embrace my inner Agnomeio and slide and quietly get up the stairs and knock on the door.
Okay.
Because since it's such a short stairwell, I mean, I'm not going to waste any friggin' time in here. Let's just go up and knock.
All right.
Okay.
So you go up to the top of the stairs and you knock
Okay.
and you wait. And you
Oh
wait.
God! Tell me there's nobody's going to friggin' answer again. Here we go. Nobody home.
answers.
All right. Well, someone's freaking piloting the island. Where is everybody?
Or maybe they're not. Maybe we just found ourselves a free island. Let's open the door.
All right. Can we check the door? Is it locked, DM?
The door is locked.
Oh, okay. So
All
now
right,
we
guys,
see the island. I'm just kidding.
Am I picking it again?
I would not know how to do that. So I hope so.
Okay. Let me try to pick this again here. Use my thieves' tools.
So hold on, before anything resolves there, I'm gonna give you one more warning because it's been like 6-7 episodes since we talked about lock picking, and basically I told you that there's a symbol on the door. A separate action from lock picking is searching for traps. If you, being the person who is currently actively trying to pick this lock, would like to search for traps, I will let you kind of retcon that and do that, but only if you want to.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't want to
Well,
freaking.
yeah.
I know.
I
I mean,
don't
that's
want-
a pretty
I don't want
heavy
to like
hit,
drop me. I want to like drop me into a freaking octopus mouth all of a sudden.
but...
Yeah.
I
So,
wish I had
all right,
thought
so
of an
what-
octopus mouth.
So what should I roll? What should I roll to check for traps?
All right, do investigation.
Okay.
All right. So now that you know that this is evocation, you can see as part of the symbol there are glyphs, and you do recognize some of these just from being a person in this world. There's a glyph that kind of represents lightning, there's one that represents fire, there's one that represents water. And as you look at the lock, you kind of just think to yourself, maybe like, don't fuck up the lock picking.
Ooh.
Oof. Okay.
As in like don't
roll
try to pick the lock.
Now, a big reason why I gave you a hint is because your lockpicking score was actually one more than you needed. So as you, so this was a lesson that didn't impact the game whatsoever. All right. So anyway, as you go to pick the lock on this door, you actually notice that as you're kind of sliding your lockpick in, you see that there's a little tiny blue light inside of the hole. And you're very careful not to put your lockpick through that little light. And you pick the lock, you turn it, and you open it. And
that's scary.
Door.
Oh God, man! If I hit that,
Whoops.
If I hit that blue light, man, a laser would have just came out and like my head gone.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Well, okay.
Unless
Alessio
it was like
Morte,
a pilot light, it would have burned you alive or something, man.
just so you guys know, if you guys ever need like a bit of a boost when you're doing an ability check like that, definitely let me know, because I have an ability to kind of help you out there. So if there's something that dire ever in the future, just let me know in advance.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Thank you.
All right. So the door is
Appreciate it.
unlocked. What would you like to do?
Onward and upward, brother and rapier.
Let's go.
All right. Are you opening the door?
Yep. Opening the door and kind of slowly stepping in just to kind of see what's happening
Sure.
in this room.
So we'll move you just a spot in, and the rest of the team will kind of follow you up. So as you step into this main hallway before you, which stretches nearly 100 feet, you begin to see the devastation. Parts of the floor are missing, and you can see the ocean below you, as well as the mighty maiden still anchored on the island, kind of behind you, like wave. There are 3 doors on this hallway, and a pulsing glow to your right, which could be accessed by navigating the crumbling floor.
Oh, guess who wants to jump?
I was like, there's only one light person here, so.
Right. Well.
All right, so there's a door up ahead to the left,
Mm-hmm.
a pulsating blue light to the right. Okay.
Yep. So there's 3
Wait.
doors on this hallway that you can see. Like, you just kind of see the indentation. And then there's the thing over to your right that's glowing.
All
right.
Well,
Okay, well, whoever's going across it, we need to tie a rope to you just in case you fall.
yeah, that's fair. I was also gonna say, in a reference to my WoW playing days, save a raid, hug the wall. I wouldn't get anywhere away from that wall.
Yeah, I'm a little bit wary of that pulsating blue light, like protecting itself. Like, what if we jump over there and that blue light knocks us right back into the water? So maybe, especially there was a blue light in the door, that might have been like a fail-safe of some sort. So I don't know. The blue lights are a little bit scary right now. Just saying.
For sure.
All right, so maybe we walk like kind of along the wall here, a little bit forward. Bill, can we check for traps possibly up ahead or anything?
Sure. So are you checking the hallway? Are you checking the door? What are you looking for?
The hallway and the door, or do we have to do that separately?
Well, so let's have a conversation. So there's 3 doorways here, and then the other thing. Where are you heading towards?
Well, yeah, I think we've all discussed we're not going to jump across, correct?
I surely am not.
Yeah. I think I can
Agnomeio
contain.
really wants to jump over.
I can contain my energy for the time being.
I mean,
you don't need to
I mean,
jump.
Is this hallway?
Just saying, as much fun as it is, there's a way around.
I was just gonna say we can just walk around, can we?
You would be making certain ability checks just to make sure you don't slip, because
Okay.
I can only make the map look so much. But picture a really, really thin little ledge.
All right, guys. So,
so-
team vote. Do you wanna walk around the little ledge and see what's on the other side of that wall, or do we want to take the long way up, or check the door? What do you think?
I don't think we should all go.
No. I say nothing wagered, nothing gained. Let us onward.
Which way?
I don't care.
That was not helpful at all.
I like how you totally like a political answer. Like, oh shit. Okay. Well, I mean, since we're so close to this door, can we just check this door out before we do anything?
Sure. Are you
Okay?
So you go to turn the knob, I presume, or?
Yeah, just turning the knob.
Yep. Don't make me guess. Tell me, otherwise rocks fall.
No, I'm turning the knob. Turning the
All right.
knob to see if it's locked, like every other freaking door on this island.
All right, so you turn the knob really slowly, and it is not locked. It starts to move just slightly.
Oh shit! It's an open door.
Life is an open door.
Yeah. All right. Anybody? You guys want to back me up here?
Yes, sir.
Before we check in this door. So again, open it slightly.
Mm-hmm.
We take a peek in, and what do we see?
All right, so you take a peek in. You see tables,
what the
chairs, kind of just busted up. So the classroom appears to be destroyed. If you want to go all the way in, then I'll describe more. I'm gonna actually.
Yeah.
So.
Man,
It's hard to do
let
the
me
peek
see.
through the door.
Yeah, let's see.
Everyone in the chat is begging us to check for traps. Just we just need to be careful about that.
Listen,
All
I will
So-
find a trap when the trap finds me.
All right. So the classroom is destroyed. Tables and chairs lay in broken disarray. There's puddles of water on the floor. One of the large glass windows at the far end of the classroom is completely shattered, and you can hear the wind blowing past it. Nothing adorns the walls but diagrams of spells and the action patterns of wand, orb, and staff. The roof is low, made of what was once ornate stonework. You can imagine that at one point students sat in this room and watched their teacher at the front of the class instruct those with a penchant for the arcane. Sorry, so there is something else in this room, which you guys can see.
Yep.
Yeah. From the various pools of water in the room rise these three-winged creatures, seemingly made entirely out of water and iridescent scales, yet somehow able to levitate. Their wings don't make a flapping noise as much as they simulate the sound of crashing waves. You've seen similar to their kind in the Temple of Uros, and you assume these to be some sort of mephit. They do
Some
not
sort of
currently mephit. So if you remember, you fought the lightning mephits in.
Oh, that's right. That's
so
right.
these appear to be made out of water. So they're not currently hostile towards you.
Well, hey, I mean, we have a lot in common. I've always considered myself a method actor.
Oh man.
I'm gonna risky whiskey just for that.
You successfully forget.
Yeah, there's three of them there, made of water. I actually asked Elric. Elric, have you seen those creatures before?
I have, actually, yeah. On the ship, we've seen them kind of near the coast sometimes. They shoot kind of like a water beam kind of thing if they're going to attack you. And don't be near them when they blow up, when they die.
Are they generally hostile creatures? Are they defensive or?
Sometimes they're more like the fact that we saw them, I'm not sure how they're going to act, but a lot of times they will like play tricks on people, maybe knock them off a boat, kind of shoot their water and knock them off the boat, or play tricks on people. Hard to say. The fact that they're not attacking us yet, I have no idea what to expect.
So avoid edges when they are around.
I've never liked edging anyway.
Oh God, I don't even know. I don't know.
I've already risky whiskey. I'm just gonna let that one roll.
Right. So what are you guys gonna do? Because if you don't do something,
do we like, I mean, they might be the reason why this room is destroyed. But at the same time, do we back out and go to the next room and just kind of leave it be? It looks like there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a door in here that I'm really curious about. But I mean, did they see us when we walked in?
Well, they know we're here.
I feel like they had to, yeah.
That should be fast.
Should we try?
But now the door is closed.
Should we try to get to that door and maybe just not get anywhere near the methods?
Well, there is one pretty close to the door.
I know. I mean, I'm just hoping if we maybe one of us just goes and tries to just like open the door real quick and then like scoots back, see what he does.
Sounds like a great idea. Have fun with that.
All right. Well, here we go.
Agnomeio doing the jump. Go for it. I've checked all the doors beforehand. Your turn.
So I'm just gonna edge up next to this table.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pop one over here, and I'm just gonna look at him, just give him a little wave.
As soon as you wave at him, he shoots a thing at you.
That's just rude.
So I should have. Hold on, sorry. Why does it have none?
Oh my god, he's blasting us all.
Oh my gosh, it's not. There we go. All right, I just needed to recharge this thing. All right, so he is going to blast you with his water breath, which is actually just barely going to hit you. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Backflip.
12 actually just makes it. So you're kind of like you're just at the far range of what he can shoot, and you pretty much get really wet, but that's about it. And then he you hear him kind of just and then he starts to fly away.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been on the receiving end of this situation, and I must say, I do not like it.
I do not care for it. All right, so now let's enter initiative. Whether you guys are in combat or not is up to you. But this way
I say we don't
have an idea of what you'd like to do.
Just take it in stride and just be like, you know what?
Since he literally just shot us with a water gun, maybe we should just try to open the door and say, you know what, good luck, buddy.
Are we rolling for initiative still?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought that was only if we were attacking it. My bad.
Well, it's just more for like who wants to do what. So Knobolas, you actually did pretty well. So you're up first. What would you like to do?
Oh well. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I know he shot you guys with some water, but I feel like there's a lot of them, and I'd like to just check behind this door first because we may not even need to do anything in here. We might just need to just look around and then go back down towards the path.
I agree with you. I'm not screwing with these stupid water gun guys.
Yes, I will say, though my honor be slightly insulted, I can enjoy a little joke. We do not have to make war with these men.
Don't worry.
Methods, whatever.
Don't worry, brother Rapier. He barely hit you. You're too fast for him. Let's open the door.
All right. So what are you doing, Knobolas, specifically?
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll join Agnomeio up here. And did he check the door to see if it was unlocked earlier, or has he?
I have not yet.
Okay, I'll go ahead and try. I will go ahead and check the door. First of all, can I check this? Can I look at it to see if there's any symbols or anything that's concerning about it?
Sure. Why don't you roll investigation?
Okay.
There you go. I'm just saying, guys, this might be the smartest round we've had.
Yeah.
It's because we don't have Daffy to save us if we die.
I know.
He got me wet. Die.
There was a part of me that was very tempted.
Yeah.
All right. So
I got an 11.
So with an 11, so you remember what Alessio just said about the other one? You kind of look at the door, you peek in the peephole, what is it called? The peephole, the keyhole, and you don't.
I think it's
see
called
anything.
a glory hole in Europe.
Well,
No, not here. That's
if the
in the
size
other
of a
room.
keyhole is all you need, Ed.
I mean, it is annoying.
That was good.
Anyway, so you do not notice anything strange about this door.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to wiggle the handle to see if it's unlocked.
It is unlocked. The door.
And I look back at my friends and I'm like, see if they are encouraging me to go on. What are you guys doing? You guys saying go on?
I say we follow and then shut that door behind us because we don't want these water methods to get into another room unless there's more in the other room. So I guess we'll find out soon.
So
good
I
point.
will say
Okay.
at this point, Knobolas, you've taken your turn. You've gone up, you've inspected, you've kind of slightly opened the door. So
Okay.
I'm gonna just move along through the initiative just so we can see what happens here. So this other water mephit to the far side over here, he's actually he's just gonna fly over here. No big deal. He's just flying over there. And Alessio, you're up.
Suspicious.
He's just flying over there. All right.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Well, I mean, I see you, water mephit. So I'm gonna kind of go through this door here.
Okay.
See what's on the other since it's unlocked. Can I do a quick check for traps?
Sure. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay.
Now you guys are thinking like real D&D players. I love it. I finally taught you a lesson.
You know what? I'm gonna
So-
risky whiskey it because I've been rolling like shit all night. So I'm gonna risky whiskey.
Bill, I think you forget. You make an assumption. You think that I think at all.
I investigated the
All
shit
right.
out of that door.
You sure did. And you look at this, and I'll even give you a little extra. You say to yourself, well, there's no trap here. This is a school. There's probably not traps on most of these doors.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you have a minute to think. You're like, this is a classroom. Why would they trap
Yeah,
a
this,
door?
this is definitely a
Right.
class. So
Yeah.
all right.
Unless it
Someone
was
hasn't
where
seen
the
Harry
teacher
Potter.
kept his, stuff.
All right,
Totally.
So I'm gonna walk through the door and see if I maybe found the cafeteria.
All right. So go ahead and open the door. So you step into a new room. There's various alchemical supplies, alembics, beakers, and wands are present in this room. Although many of them have been smashed either through falling off the tables or rocks falling from the ceiling, this appears to be some sort of a lab.
Oh man.
Ooh.
All right.
I was like, wands, you say? I'm kind of curious.
Is there any particular smells in here? What are we?
So
Does it just smell like chemicals?
So it actually doesn't smell like much of anything. This whole place, you're getting the feeling that nobody's been here for quite a long time. There's a layer of dust on the floor. I mean, whatever those methods were doing there. Speaking of which, are you going to be closing the door behind you or no? Just so I know.
Yes, we are shutting the door behind us.
Since you guys are here. So, all right. So you're going to close that door behind you, and that might be important. All right. Maybe. All right. So anyway, there's no real smell in here. It just seems like very stale. This is kind of a small room. There was a lot of stuff here, and most of it's destroyed.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess whoever goes next.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just kind of go to Elric's gonna kind of just walk around a little bit, starting to look at stuff. Agnomeio, what would you like to do? We'll get out of combat.
As a sort of metallurgist tinkerer type, I'm gonna go run over and see what's going on with these fun looking bronze stills over here.
Sure. So you kind of look at them. There seems to be one of them that does have some red liquid in it still. And then there's other ones that are cracked. There's other ones that are broken. Why don't you roll investigation for me?
Yeah, we'll do.
Drink it.
He just found some red. He found some red smoky mead.
I want that red stuff.
Mm.
Let's see here. Ooh, not the best. 9.
So with a 9, so you get a little distracted because you pick up one of the broken copper pots on the bottom and you look at the bottom of it and you actually recognize the name as a copper smith, I guess. Excuse me, from Hobblehaven. You figure that they must have imported this.
Oh, very well. They use good product then. That's very clever of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's like finding a Vendome still.
Yeah, exactly. Elric, you know anything about red stuff? I mean, you are red, but I mean also, you know.
So Just real quick, the name on the bottom of the kettle or the copper thing is actually Silver Kettle, which is just wonderful. So that's the it's what is it called? A hallmark. It's got the hallmark of the Silver Kettle family.
Silver kettle, when you need stuff to boil, silver kettle.
Would anybody else like to do anything?
No, I'd say we kind of walk out the store back into the main hallway.
Well, I was going to say, what is this tub thing over here that's kind of to the right of Knobolas? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Also, Elric never answered my question about the red stuff.
Yeah, what the hell, Elric?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question? I missed it.
Oh, I was just asking him if he recognized it.
So he comes over and he takes a look. He actually points to a couple of little flasks on the table here, and he says, "Well, that one's a healing potion for sure. I'm not sure what the other one is. Looks a little different. It's got something else going on with it. But there's two potions here. One of them is a greater healing potion. The other one you don't know, but it appears to be intact."
Well,
I think
best
somebody
take it.
Somebody should definitely.
I was like, Knobolas already turned into a pig recently, so I'm not going to take any mysterious things anytime soon.
Well, I mean, we don't have to take.
Oh, when you say take it, you don't mean like take it. Okay, gotcha.
we mean like pocket it for later.
Okay, gotcha.
I actually asked Elric, is there any way to find out if we bring it back with us to the ship? Is there any way that you can find out what it is if you spend some time with it?
I mean, I could find out what it is right now, but if it's something bad, it might be a problem. All you got to do is taste it. So what?
Oh yeah, I don't want to know. Let's just take the healing potion, and I don't want to turn into a water nymph or whatever the hell's over there on the other side.
All right, so he's going to just, for the moment, if any of you want it, that's fine. But he's gonna hold on to a potion of greater healing and the other potion.
Great.
Okay. And I'm going to find one of these bottles, and I'm going to pour the red stuff into it, and take that with us.
Okay.
Just in case, we'll figure out what it is later.
Sure.
So DM, any?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you're taking the red stuff from that alembic that's just kind of hanging out in the top right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the only thing that has liquid in it, right? In the whole place.
Well, no, actually. So tell you what, you guys have asked enough questions. Why don't you all roll an investigation? Except for who already rolled? Except for Agnomeio.
I did.
Yep. All right. So, cool. You guys look around pretty thoroughly. You don't see any other necessarily like magical items, but you do see some various notes, just either on the wall or on the tables. So you see three things specifically. One is some notes on what's called a water weird. And it says a water weird can be conjured to protect a pool of water. The upper half of a water weird typically appears like a beautiful translucent blue female humanoid composed entirely of water, but the lower half could appear serpentine or like a column of water rising from the pool. They could fit through a 1-inch wide hole without losing speed or generally attack through restraint. They are not necessarily evil creatures and tend to take on the identity of the water they are set to defend. So if you throw them in something gross, they might become really angry. If you put them in like a palace pool, they might act as a defender. One of the other notes that you see says water mephit. Typically good-natured, they are more likely to play a trick on you than to attack you. Although their tricks may not always be funny, they are able to drink acid and have some use in alchemy to purify liquids. And then the last note that you found says water elemental. Large creatures from the elemental plane of water that can be conjured as protectors. Like all elementals, they instinctively resent any creature that conjured them from their home plane and bound them into its service.
I mean,
Can
that's
we
fair.
take these notes with us?
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's take them.
So for the moment, I will throw that in the chat. That way you can have that if you need it.
Nice.
And cool. All right. What else would you like to do?
So
I was
I
going
rolled
to look at this like pool down here, but if we've already kind of investigated.
Oh,
it's
I'm
not
sorry.
worth-
Yeah. So you did well. So let's handle that separately. So you go down to investigate the pool of water, and as you get close to it, actually, a creature.
Oh God! I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna put you right
I'm
next
so
to it.
sorry.
So a creature called a water weird. Actually, you would
okay.
recognize it now based off the description that you just read. Pops out of the barrel and it immediately attacks you.
Oh Jesus!
So, for the two of you guys, let's see, the water weird and Knobolas. I'm just gonna do this real quick. So, water weird is going to make a constricting attack against you.
Oh Jesus Lord!
Oh,
So a 12.
it does not hit.
It does not hit. So, you maybe panic a little bit when you kind of see this thing pop out of the barrel. You jump back, and it just barely misses you. All right, let's do this. Elric, Agnomeio, and Alessio will join the fray. Knobolas, if you'd like, you could take a turn. The rest of you guys, why don't you roll initiative?
I'm just rereading real quick. It says that they tend to take on the identity of the water they're set to defend. So the container that it's in, is this like a wooden like?
It's a wooden barrel, and pretty much everything here has been here for a very long time. If you had to guess, that water's probably not very good.
Okay.
So it's old and crotchety.
Exactly.
What are you
I'm
doing?
just wondering
in
if I
my
were to
lab?
if I were to just shoot the barrel like and it spilled out everywhere. I'm wondering where this creature would go.
That's it. I was thinking the same thing. If we maybe destroyed the
so-
barrel.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna take a few steps back, quite a few steps back,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast, and I'm gonna target not necessarily the creature, but the barrel he's in.
Okay. So you're going to focus on the barrel. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Nice.
All right. Well, you are able to hit the broadside of a barn, or barrel. So you blast a bunghole in the side of this barrel, and the water starts kind of gushing through the hole. The water weird is kind of hanging out. He's still sticking out of the barrel. It's taking a little while for the water to come out.
Okay. And I know he can squeeze through small holes.
That is
so
true.
that's important information to know. Okay, I'll end my turn here.
I'm liking this guy more and more.
All right. So Alessio, you're up.
So I'm gonna get a little closer here, and in the spirit of what Knobolas was doing, I'm gonna join in the fray and shoot the barrel with my bow.
Okay. So no problem. You can hit the barrel, and you do the same kind of thing. Now there's another hole that's draining quite quickly out of the other side.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
perfect. If it's draining faster, any intel as what's happening with the water weird?
So it's kind of getting lower as far as it was sticking out of the barrel. Is just kind of slowly. You get the feeling it's kind of lowering with the water.
So just a call out to Patrick Q in the chat. He says, "Is that a number 4 charge?"
There's no alligator in here. It's water. Actually, let's see. Crocodile, is that a thing? Yeah, there we go. Giant crocodile has entered the fray.
Oh my God!
You've doomed us all, Patrick. You.
All right. Anyway, so Alessio, anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay as far back from that friggin' thing as possible.
All right. Up next is the water weird. So he is let's see, what's his? He can only go 10 feet. So he is going to attempt to get at you, Knobolas, but he can't quite reach you. And he's actually gonna kind of try to make his way through the hole that you punctured. So he's kind of like one step away. He's still got his tail in the water inside the barrel. All right, Agnomeio.
Aha! I am going to go ahead and I am going to run up to here. And then, do you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
Jump in the barrel.
No.
Oh, God, please don't.
Bill, can you guess what I'm going to do? You know I love it. I am going to
You jump on the table, right?
the table.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to shoot the guy.
Are you gonna shoot the creature or the barrel?
I'm going to shoot the creature, yes.
All right, go for it.
Oh, he's shooting the creature directly. Nice. Okay. What do we got? Oh,
right.
damn.
22, that's pretty good.
All right, so you do 7 points of damage to the water weird. I gotta imagine he's. Hold on. No, that's surprising. I would have thought he'd be resistant to like piercing or something.
Piercing?
Yeah, that's surprising he's not. But anyway, all right. So up next is Elric. So Elric is actually, he's going to shoot it with his Ray of Frost again. He's going to go whabam. And he rolled a 15. That definitely hits. And for 5 damage. So it's, you see a little ice kind of start to crust around some of the edges of the water weird, and it's having trouble moving. Nice. All right. Up next is Knobolas.
I don't know. I still really want to see what happens if we destroy the barrel. So, what do you guys think? Like, should I like attack the?
I don't know. He's kind of
he's
kind of icy right now, Knobolas. Maybe you want to attack him directly.
Okay.
So I will say, just because of the way this is kind of work, like a round is only 6 seconds, right? But there's 2 holes in this thing. It's getting pretty low, and you can actually see him visibly kind of panicking. You get the feeling that he needs that water, and he doesn't really have a good way to stay in this barrel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So in that case, I'd like to not shoot him. I'd like to get. So he's poking out of a hole. I'd like to target like right below that hole.
Sure.
And Eldritch blast the barrel again.
All right, go for it.
Do it. Oh yes.
All right. So you definitely hit it. So you kind of just with an 8, you blow one of the staves right off the side of the barrel, and this thing starts just gushing water. It is emptying almost immediately. So we'll get maybe like one more couple of turns. So Alessio, what would you like to do?
All right, so is the barrel apart, or is it still
like
intact?
So he basically, so if you think of a barrel, which we're like the perfect group to think about this. So you've got you've got the bottom ring, you've got the lower ring there. Underneath that, one of the boards just splintered in half. So you've got probably about maybe a foot of just empty space. This water is basically just pouring out of this barrel.
Okay. Well, I would imagine it's just going to keep pouring, so I'm going to, since he's still a little bit frosty from Elric's attack, I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
So I'll keep my distance and go with my short bow again.
Okay.
Wait, what happened?
Did
I double click by accident?
You did, but that's okay. The first one was a 20, so that definitely hits. So you do 9 damage. So he, I mean, that didn't do too much. He's actually pretty beefy, except when he's drowning. All right.
I mean, I think that applies to all of us.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah. Anything else, Alessio?
No. I mean, yeah, I guess.
All right. So the water weird at this point, he now is kind of flowing out with the water across the ground, but it's spreading across the whole bottom of this entire lab, and he is unable to keep his body together. And excuse me, he completely dies. So you guys you have killed the water weird, at least this one.
Wow, that is
at least this one.
At least this one.
That is terrifying. Yeah.
So you got a little lucky there, Knobolas. He didn't get you.
Oof. Well, now that none of these exist.
I also did just want to bring attention to David Easterling's comment, which, if that's a Lord of the Ring reference, that's awesome. But it's about to be a toasted barrel. I like that.
That's good. So I will say one more thing happened here. Because you guys, because of your creativity, Knobolas, the water that rushed out of the barrel actually swept underneath this first table here, and you notice right in the kind of this little area, there is a wand on the ground that appears to be intact.
So that's the second wand after this one over here.
Where?
D-Sky. Over by Elric.
There's no wands. So it was more like
This guy right over here.
Oh, that's a broken wand.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yep. Yeah, there's a bunch of like stuff on this, but anyway, all right, there we go. Anyway, you are able to. So you notice a wand flushes out from underneath the table.
Well, Knobolas definitely likes to grab wand-shaped items, so I would like to pick up that wand.
Yeah, I'm surprised you couldn't tame the water serpent. That seems like you'd be training for that your whole life.
Why do I do this? I put so much time into this game. No, I'm just kidding. This is awesome. All right. So anyway, you pick up this wand. You look at it, and it just appears to be a normal wand, but it's not splintered. It's not broken. It's nothing. It looks totally intact. I mean, it's definitely got something to it, but you don't know what it is yet.
Can I bring it over to Elric to see if he has any information about this wand?
Sure. So you bring it over to Elric, looking at his list of spells. He does not know what this is. He says, I mean, it's definitely, he tells you that it is some sort of a limited use style wand. Usually there's some sort of a cantrip or low level spell that's contained within it. Typically you can use it a couple times a day, but I can't tell you which spell is contained within it.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to put that in my inventory, and we'll definitely whip it out later.
Sure.
You did that on purpose.
Yeah, he did.
It can't compete with yours, but your wand. Meaning.
That doesn't make it better, no.
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 All right, what are you guys doing?
Let's get the hell out of this room.
That is fair.
Should we check the other door just to see if it's unlocked?
Well, I mean, it just leads back into the hallway.
Yeah, no, but I would like to not encounter those water squirters.
Yeah, I say we just open this door, get into the hallway. I think we found out that this is a school, so probably not trapped. So let's just...
Unless they hated their children.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, we check the door.
Yep.
DM?
Yep. So the door is unlocked and opens
right, so
no problem.
Back into the hallway.
Back into the hallway.
Also, Mr. Easterling, which is just the coolest name, says it's his actual surname, which I think is even better. So, yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so there's a door across the hall here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also, it looks like straight ahead, there's just more. So I don't know if those are cliffs or what are we looking at?
You're not really sure. So what you can tell though is there's kind of 3 points of interest that you currently know about. To the north, there is what appears to be a break in the wall that is leading outside to a rocky terrace, I think is probably the right word. In front of you, there is another door, pretty heavy door, again, with that kind of bluish tint to it. And then down to the south is that glowing thing that you saw before that's kind of along the cracked ground.
All right, boys. Are we going to try to go through that door, or are we going to try to shortcut it around that ledge?
I mean, shortest distance traveled, right?
I feel... yeah. You want to just go across?
I mean, a door is pretty short distance too, but...
So
okay, fine.
You will notice that the wind is, I mean, this island is still moving, and the wind is blowing pretty hard through, like, because it's kind of a skinny little door, the wind is whipping through it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't go out there. More just saying, like, this is constant. You're constantly kind of being berated by wind here in this island.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. All right, guys. So with that in mind, oh man, even with the wind, I don't know about trying to get around that ledge.
It is time to open the door.
All right, Agnomeio.
All right. He just.
Hey.
So you
he just straight up opened it.
I know.
I run up and kick it. I run up and kick it.
So Elric kind of looks at the you other guys. He's like, is he always like this? Should I not stand near him? I'm not quite sure what to do here.
Yeah.
All right. So, Agnomeio, you kick open the door, but it's actually very hard to open, and it barely budges. It does start to open, but you notice that there's something kind of pushing against it from the other side. Not only is there a table that's kind of leaning against this door, but the sudden gush of wind that's rushing past you and the view that you can see out to a clearly destroyed other side of the room kind of explains what's going on with this door. It's hard to open because the wind and the debris is making it hard to open. This room is, however, utterly destroyed. Are you moving into the room?
I think so. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Let's all get in there.
Cool.
Oh
So
my god.
there's tomes and scrolls and everything that's littering the floor, many of them pushed into a corner by the blowing wind. This must have been a very impressive grouping of books and tomes before it was destroyed.
I jump on the table.
Well, I'm going to grant you advantage if you have an investigation check.
Actually, I'm only at like level height with everyone else.
But for
That's
you,
why I like jumping up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should continue to go into the room to see if there's a way around to this.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm noticing. It doesn't seem to connect. It doesn't look like it
doesn't
connects.
connect. I think eventually Bill wants us to go around that ledge.
I don't want you to do anything. All I want you guys to do is fall off this island. But that would make my day. No.
All right. So clearly something came in here and destroyed this classroom.
Right.
Maybe something that was after the School of Water Mages, or
we can't rule out some sort of natural disaster, and by natural I mean water nymph things.
Well, I mean, yeah, either those or who knows? Did the island run across some bad weather event? I don't know.
You mean like a hole in the wall?
That does happen.
Well,
yeah, that happens.
Listen,
in all the destroyed
if you
rooms,
don't keep up the foundation on your floating island, it's gonna fall apart on you.
Good point. I'm just noticing that all the destroyed rooms, like there's always a huge gaping hole like towards the water, so it makes me wonder that something come out of the water to like attack these rooms.
Hey guys, there's another door.
Oh, neat.
All right. So Elric just was kind of trying to figure this out. So he's not as bright as a typical wizard should be, but more so he just is very unfamiliar with Volantis. Like all that he knows about it is that it's a school for mages and that it's floating. But the fact that this exists at all is very strange. I mean, there's really only a couple places that have floating islands in this entire world, and Volantis is kind of the main one.
All right, guys, do we check this other door here, or are we going to try this ledge thing? What do we...
Oh, I was going to see what books were over here first, if there's anything of interest.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So anybody who would like to look through the room can roll investigation.
Okay.
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
And Agnomeio, I'm not joking. You can have advantage.
Oh, neat. Well, I rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a nat
anyway.
20? All right, fine. I guess that's good. All right, so Agnomeio rolled a 23, Alessio 14, and Knobolas 5. All right. I guess you've had your moment to shine already, Knobolas. So so you guys are definitely in a library. Now, Agnomeio, you find a book called The Shadow in the Fog. And it's about a mage who cast fog cloud but couldn't control it, and it enveloped an entire town for years. Alessio, you find a book called Kingdom of Fire, and it's a book about dwarves and some of their magical smithing techniques, which seems very advanced. Knobolas, you don't find your ass from a hole in the ground. you actually
no, I do see a giant hole in the ground over there.
Knobolas finds some magical wind.
I was gonna say you look over at the crumbled ground and you're like, is that my ass?
They're both
I would recognize my ass anywhere.
So Agnomeio, actually with a natural 20, which I will say is exactly what you needed to get, you find a scroll. It's a scroll. It has a title on it, so you're able to read it. You show it over to Elric as well, and he kind of confirms. But between your Arcana and his, it's a scroll of the unseen servant.
Ooh.
And so this is a spell that actually produces a. Well, let me actually read it for you. Basically, it produces a invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends, which I believe is like an hour.
Okay.
So it's an extra set of hands.
Cool.
Typically, yeah. So, okay. And that's mostly all that you guys find in this rubble. I mean, there's a number of other books, but those few catch your eye.
Should we take them? I know Knobolas just keeps wanting to take everything, but like, I feel like spells are important for us to keep on hand.
I mean, I feel like the book I found is right up Agnomeio's alley. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
It's a book about dwarves with the like advanced spells. Like, no, man, you might need to read this, buddy.
Oh, hey, let's do it.
Okay.
I love reading. Reading is fundamental.
Working on Phonics, working for me.
All right, so you took the book of smithing, and Agnomeio, you also have that scroll. Cool.
All right, so we investigated. So what do you think, guys? Door?
I'm thinking door.
Okay.
All right.
Door.
So you guys head down to the further
All
door. Just
Check
for the
to
heck
see
of
if-
it, why don't you guys all make a acrobatics check for me?
Oh God, something.
Because
To
You're gonna
open a
have to-
door, though.
No,
Oh,
because
we gotta-
you're shimmying along this little path here.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Don't let me
Okay.
die.
Oh baby.
I'm missing somebody. There you go.
I got a 10. Not my best roll.
Actually, I should roll one for Elric. He's fine. All right, you guys are all fine. None of you rolled poorly enough. I will say anything under a 10 probably would have been a little problematic, Agnomeio, so good job.
like you really want us to end up in this water, Bill.
Eh.
It's shark water.
I could.
It's made out of
Would
sharks.
you rather I just make it like suddenly you're over a pit of death,
That is better.
pit of
Yeah.
crocodiles? All right. Anyway, so you guys shimmy along the outside of the crumbling ground, and you come up to this locked door. Now on the door there's a symbol as well. So why don't you actually? Elric points to it. No, not a problem. He says that's the symbol for conjuration, and he says, sorry. Alessio, please make a perception roll for me.
Okay. Oh yes, I have all the perception.
That door is so safe.
Anybody else want to percept it?
I can do it. I can take a look. Let's see. Oh, yep,
Oh, yes.
very safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safest.
Agnomeio?
Oh, what?
I mean,
did you want me to do something? Would you like me to kick open the door? I'm coming. Here I come. I'll kick open the door for you.
Okay.
Wait a second. Can he? God.
Kicking!
So you go to
Dungeon
kick the
Master,
door, and
control that dwarf.
hey,
You just grab
he's
her
gonna
by
do
the
what he's
neck
gonna
and
do.
Excuse me, I am a gnome. We are much smaller.
One of these days, that's gonna maybe not end as well for him. so kind of like right now, where he went to go kick a door that is definitely locked, and
Cool.
maybe he hurts his foot just a little bit. We'll see. All right. Anyway, so you got. So
Wait, hold on.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I'm sorry.
it's fine. It's
I have a key.
Oh well, you know what? You
From
could have just
Alessio
said that
Harbor?
before I
Yeah,
kicked the
Yeah, I
door.
kind of forgot I had a key. I was looking for some snacks in my bag and I found a key.
I'm
maybe I
like
should try
rubbing my shin. I'm like, what? You put the said so.
Anyway, so that key is from Alloth Harbor. That's probably not. I mean, you're welcome to try it.
Okay, that was mainly why I couldn't remember where I got the key. So okay.
No problem. All right, so
Never mind.
Elric actually, he's like, hey, if you guys are done trying to beat down this door, he points above the door and he says, there's actually a sign that says Hydrius above it. And he says, I don't know what
What's
Hydrius is, but
Well,
kind of I don't know. He's just pointing at the sign.
Do we need one of those little water demons to come squirt the door?
So Hydrius, I mean, does that mean there's a fucking Hydra behind that? Like a fucking 6-headed dragon shit that's gonna come out? Like, oh my god.
Knobolas backs up upon hearing this.
Like, I hear Hydrius, then I think Hydra, and that's not cool.
I mean, I've always wanted to try to ride a Hydra.
Of course you have.
Yeah.
Learn to train your own dragon first.
All right, so am I trying to pick this lock again?
Can we peer through the keyhole, actually?
Yes, let's try that first.
So you try to peer through the keyhole, but it is blocked. If you want to go ahead and make an investigation, Jason? Sorry, Alessio.
Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's completely blocked.
Okay.
I mean, it's a keyhole, but it's not all the way through. It's got mechanisms to it.
But no blue light.
Mechanisms. Oh, that's not good.
You don't see a blue light.
I don't know. Yeah. All right, what do you want to do, guys? You want me to try to pick this thing, or do we? I mean,
Should we check for traps?
I don't know. It's a freaking school.
No, so you just rolled investigation while looking in the keyhole, so I'm going to consider that you're checking for traps.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to try to get through the store?
Yeah, might as well try picking it.
Okay. Well, if I get my head gets bit off by a Hydra, it's your fault. So.
I don't
All
know
right.
what a Hydra is, so.
It's
dragon with a bunch of
it's
heads.
The group of Nazis that
it's a
Captain America fought.
A multi-headed dragon. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
All right. Thieves' tools.
This is a Hydra. Raw.
Oh my god, no. Why do you have that still on hand, though? Why is that ready to go?
Use thieves' tools. There we go.
All right.
Hey, look at you!
So, you go to work on this lock, and as you go to stick your lock picking set in, you actually notice a little tiny spring, which you kind of back your hands up a little bit, and and a little needle shoots out, and you wager if your hand would have been in the way, that wouldn't have been very good. So you actually break the needle off, you kind of throw it to the side, and then you get back to work, and you're able to click the lock open. All right. What would you like to do?
Yeah, we're gonna slowly peek in and open it to check for 4-headed dragons.
There's such a 4-headed dragon. It's a 5-headed right now. All right, so damn, that girl got a 5-head. Yeah. Anyway, so you peek open, and you notice there's a small set of stairs right in front of the door. And the whole room seems to be filled with water, but not very high, like maybe a couple of feet of water. And that's all you can see before you open up the door entirely. I will say that the water does not look clean. It looks like very kind of...
Brackish?
I was thinking brackish. I'm going to go with brackish, yeah.
Is it filled with Hydra piss?
Would you like to make a taste check?
I don't think I have that in my menu.
Hey, Salt, get over here. Is this Hydra piss?
Where's Salt?
I'm coming.
He's down below the island just waving the whole time. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
I like to imagine it's like a blind flight competition. Like, oh, yep, that's Hydra piss.
Which one's Hydra piss?
Yeah.
All right. So
basically, it's Malort. Okay.
You're right. What would you like to do?
So
Are you opening the door?
Since I picked the lock, I'm gonna open the door and step through here.
All right. So you're gonna open the door, and inside,
oh god,
you see. So as you're opening the door, you hear a wave surging and rising and crashing down with a roar. The water rushes in all directions, and you're just kind of seeing this as you open this up, filling every available space in an instant. And then, as suddenly as it crashed down, it rises up once more, inexplicably. At the center of all of this, there's a water elemental. The color of fetid water and a smell to match. The 2 large orbs shimmer on either side of it, appearing to hold it in place. And that's kind of what you're seeing here at the edge.
Good use of the word fetid. That was
Yeah, that's
So the elemental is thrashing wildly against these orbs. You could tell it does not want to be here. It's really just but they continue to pulse with a sickly green beam of energy directly into the elemental. It lets out a roar and it says, "Free me!"
Oh my god! Yes, yeah, okay, sure.
Wait. What? No, Agnomeio.
What do you mean? No, he is a person in need. He is being tortured. He is being tortured.
If we free the elemental, how do we know he's not going to attack us?
Well, okay.
Go ahead. What if they're keeping him against his will to power this island, and they are torturing him? What about that? Maybe he would be grateful.
Okay.
So why don't you all roll initiative?
We're like well into overtime tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, well,
we got started late.
Yeah, we got started late, and Molly's usually the one that needs to go to bed. She's
no, I don't.
Yeah.
Knobolas may need a potty break, but Knobolas is still the game to keep playing.
I figure we'll get through this encounter, and then we'll see where we're at. So
I do have to work in the morning, so I'm
I guess
gonna
that's fair.
cut out. Yeah, at some point.
All right. So okay. So everybody has rolled, and up first, Knobolas. What would you like to do?
All right, so I mean, I'm kind of leaning with Agnomeio. Like maybe this guy is being held against his will, and I feel like maybe we should attack the giant orbs.
Yeah, I'm with you. If we're gonna attack, we gotta go after those orbs.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and first I'm going to put a hex on the orb.
Well, so before you do anything, Knobolas, why don't you make an investigation check for me?
Okay. I couldn't remember if I have used. I can still use that. Okay, I just want to check that.
Mm-hmm.
You said investigation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Investigation.
All right.
So
inside of both orbs, you see what appears to be half of, I guess you'd call it an orb. Inside of the orb, there's an orb, but each ball has half of one, and it looks very rigid. It looks like they were maybe broken in half, and one is in each orb.
Oh, so it's a seminal vesicle in each of the balls. I got you.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Oh, come on. All right. Anyway, let's go. What do you want to do?
Am I still blasting this ball?
I would say so.
So you're the only
maybe.
one that knows this at the moment, Knobolas. You see this, and now you're making your decision of what to do. So your decision.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I still want to. I mean, because maybe I can destroy the outer layer of it, and maybe we'll get a closer look at what's inside of it.
Sure. All right, go ahead and roll attack, or do whatever you were going to do.
Oh, I was gonna hex it. You know, I'm gonna. I dropped my. You know what? After I investigate, I'm just gonna do an Eldritch Blast on it right now, if that's okay.
All right.
I accidentally deleted my macro though, so give me a second.
Oh, that's fine. All right, so you're gonna cast hex on the northern one or the southern one?
Oh no, sorry, no. I was going to.
Got it.
Yeah, I was gonna hold on the hex for now.
Okay. Are you attacking the top one or the bottom one?
The bottom one with Eldritch Blast.
Got it. Okay. All right. So you blast this with the Eldritch Blast, but the orb seems to absorb all the energy from the Eldritch Blast, and it just kind of wavers a little bit, and you don't know if you did any damage to it or not.
Oof. Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, that's concerning. All right. Well, you know what? I guess Knobolas is just going to end his turn here, and he's actually going to go over to the corner over here and take a potty break. So, you guys go ahead. Knobolas will be right back.
Go for it.
All right.
So that was Knobolas' turn. Agnomeio, you're up.
Well, which one did my dear large-titted friend shoot?
The bottom one.
Okay. I will also shoot that one. I'll move over here, and I will shoot it with my crossbow.
All right. So
I do not do very well.
So you shoot, and the arrow does enter into this floating orb of just green, slimy water. The arrow ends up staying inside, and it's just kind of floating in space. It's suspended inside.
Okay.
You can't tell if you did any damage or not.
Fair enough. But before we continue, are these orbs, are they suspended on anything, or are they just like floating in the water itself?
Good question. So they are floating probably about 3-4 feet above the water. This room that you're in right now, I should probably describe it for anybody listening. So you're in a oval-shaped room. At the bottom of the floor is about 2 feet of fetid water. And in front of you is this giant water elemental. And he is just thrashing about, being just appears to be in pain, but more so just pissed off. To either side of him, there are these giant orbs that are even larger than him, floating probably about 3 to 4 feet above the water. The ceiling of this room is probably about 15 feet. Inside, there, you can't really see through the water that's at your feet, and that's mostly what you see.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Agnomeio?
Nope. I'm good for now.
Right. Alessio, what would you like to do?
Oh God, I don't know. All right, so Knobolas shot him with energy and it absorbed. Agnomeio tried to shoot him with the bow, but he kind of had a low roll. Didn't really do too much.
True. We don't know if that would have done anything.
So I think what I'm going to do is I want to try to get close to this thing and try to actually stab it. And that's probably a risk, but
Okay.
I feel like maybe if I pierce it rather than try to shoot it from afar,
That makes
maybe
sense.
maybe we'll see what happens. So
Okay.
I'm going to use my my dagger and see what happens here. Oh shit.
All right. So you attack. You roll a 14 to your attack. So as you go to stab at the ball of water, gross water, whatever, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. This doesn't sound great, but okay.
All right.
Oh.
So no problem. Some of the water kind of splashes out of the orb and it gets all over you, and
Okay.
it just stinks and it's gross and you're kind of like, ugh, but you shrug it off a bit. All right. Anything else?
But no damage was done to the orb.
No damage seems to have been done to the orb.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You
We-
stabbed.
maybe-
You stabbed water.
I basically stabbed water. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. But I get it now, I think.
All right. Anything else?
Okay.
Like, you want to fill us in now?
No, but it's not my turn.
Mhm.
We can't metagame. Not yet.
Okay.
Alessio.
All right. Well,
anything else?
Elric is next. Maybe he has some ideas. What do you got, Elric?
All right. So Elric looks. He steps a little bit more in, and he thinks to himself, "You know what? The frost has been working on everything else. Hey guys, I'm gonna shoot it with some frost." So he shoots his ray of frost at the lower orb. It does hit, and you see a little bit of frost kind of form on the outside of the orb, but then it immediately just cracks and falls to the water below.
Jesus, this freaking orb is. What's powering the orb?
Not sure. All right. Up next is the water elemental, who you take now to probably be who Hydrius is. He kind of just is thrashing about a little bit, and he says, "Arr!" and all of a sudden this huge tidal wave kind of comes flying towards all of you. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oof.
Right. So Knobolas rolled a 6.
Saving throw. 17. Oh, look at you, Alessio.
Alessio's crazy dexterous.
So Knobolas, you're going to take. Sorry, hold on. Is this a D8? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was like, I haven't technically really whiskey riskied yet.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I mean, I like joked about it earlier, but
Well, that's all right.
I would like to do that.
Okay, cool. And Elric actually needs to make one too. All right, so go ahead and risky whiskey, and then make your save again.
So my glass is empty, so I'm going to pour a little bit of my Nashville Barrel Company Mash and Journey Whiskey Club Cherry Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
Nice.
So.
Oh, you got one of those, buddy?
I know,
Nice.
it's just a sample from my friend Todd Koopa. So it's delicious, by the way. I love it. I wish I would have got one.
It's really crazy good, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Okay, so I'll risky whiskey this.
All right.
Whoa, that's a lot of
Refreshing. All right, let's try that dexterity saving throw again.
All right, we're getting a little crazy. Let's do it.
Oh my god, it was almost a 1. We're good now.
Woo!
Right. So, those of you that failed, so let's see. So Knobolas and Elric are thrown back against the back of this room. Agnomeio and Alessio, you guys both take 8 damage.
Okay.
But you are able to stand your ground. So as this wave kind of crashes over you guys, basically some of you take a little bit of bludgeoning damage from hitting the wall. The rest of you just kind of get whacked in the face with this wave. All right. Knobolas, you're up.
Well, that was intense. So now I assume this thing is hostile, right? Like, should we be attacking the water element now? I'm asking Agnomeio because he seemed to have a sparkle in his eye earlier, like he figured something out.
You know, I'm gonna say I'm not going to attack the water elemental. I think my thinking is we need to get close to those orbs. There's something in there that we need to be worrying about, and until we find out what that is, the water elemental is the secondary issue. And the bubble around it, not so important.
Well, that's not very helpful. I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, the only thing that we saw actually do something
destroy the shit in the bubble.
Well, I tried, and it just completely ignored my Eldritch Blast. I'm all this is running through Knobolas' head right now. So we saw the guy shoot it with a chill thing, and it froze up a little bit. We saw it do something to it there, because I do have chill touch, so I was thinking I could just run up and touch it.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Is the seminal vesicle that's inside the bubble?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to be worried about.
Why?
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
Let's be adults about this, okay?
So I'm actually going to use my chill touch, which actually I don't have to run up to it. I can use it from a distance. I'm going to use my chill touch onto the lower ball. So
okay. All right, go ahead. All right. So you see the outside of the ball freezes over real quick, and then it just like that, and it shatters all of the ice off of it. Doesn't seem to be doing what you guys want it to be doing. All right, Agnomeio, you're up.
Knobolas just throws his hands up in the air. He's at a loss.
I'm gonna walk up to here, and I'm gonna look up at the water elemental. I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Water Elemental, we're trying to help you. All right, we're trying to help you. We want to free you. We don't want you being tortured and stuff. But we can't have you, throwing tidal waves at us. I need you to calm down, okay? We're in this together, you and me, okay? All right? Calm it down.
So he says back to you, he says, "It's not me."
Oh, well, in that case, ignore everything I just said.
You know what? Make a persuasion check just for 1 sec. I'm curious how much of a hint I'm going to give you guys.
Oh, it was a 19 for a second.
With a natural 1, he's going to point you at something wrong. No, I don't know. But no, he just says it's not me, and he's like, you could see that he's visibly just restrained, and he's fighting against something else. He's like, the fact that you're there is like he's been doing this forever.
Okay, got it. And also, I'm going to roll insight real quick, if that's okay.
What are you trying to find out?
demeanor and his general truthiness?
Sure. He seems too distracted to lie.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, just, even though you roll one more insight, I'm going to give you advantage because of some of the notes that you found in the other room about water elementals.
Oh, he's trying to get back to his home plane, isn't he?
He is. He wants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he cares about. Whether it's by being defeated here or by finding his own way back to the plane. But all he cares about is getting out of here, and the fact that he's here. I mean, think Mr. Meeseeks. Like, he doesn't want to be in this, here for too long. All right.
Okay. In that case, I'll just tell him real quick. Hey, buddy, we gonna get you home. Water elemental phone home. All right, we got you.
All right, Alessio, you're up.
Oh God, what the hell? Well, I mean, we tried stabbing this thing, freezing this thing. I want to use the my mage hand and see if I can reach into the orb and see if I could grab what's in the middle. Can I do that?
You can. So, you cast your mage hand and you float it over to the orb, and as the mage hand enters the orb, you see it's standing up to the water. Whatever was attempting to get at you doesn't seem to be affecting the mage hand, and as it goes in, it grips the half of a orb that's inside of this thing.
Seminal vesicle.
I hate you. What are you trying? What are you trying to do with it now that it has it in its hand? What are you trying to do?
Pull it out of the orb to see what that does. Can my mage hand, as I summon it back to me, does it bring the orb inside out of it?
So the spectral hand grabs this half of a thing, this jagged. It looks like a giant pearl, and it pulls it back out. And as it does, you notice the beam on the bottom side stops flowing, and the giant orb, although I can't change the map, the giant orb falls down into the water. And this water elemental, his left arm is now free, and he's still like trapped, but he's getting there.
All right, guys.
All
right, Elric.
Well done.
Elric sees what you did. However, Elric has 1 hit point left. Elric says, "Sorry, guys," and he kind of steps over onto the stairs, and he gets back out of the water, and he's like, "What do you want me to do?"
Doesn't he have the potion though?
He does, but I mean, he grabbed that from you guys. He's not above taking it.
Don't drink it, motherfucker.
All right, so he's gonna take his turn. He's gonna drink a potion of greater healing. If you guys remember, the way I do potions of healing is if you're taking your action, you get the entire thing. So 44 plus 4 is 20 points. So he's gonna take 20. He's gonna get 20 points of hit points back. Awesome. All right, so he's feeling a lot better. Up next is the water elemental. So Agnomeio, he's kind of looking down at you. He says, like, "Yes, get the other one," and that's his turn. Knobolas, you're up.
Knobolas, you got the mage hand too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna get as close to him as I can, which so make sure I'm. Yep, I should be able to get there. Okay, so I'm gonna get right about here. I'm gonna use my mage hand to do exactly what Alessio did to this upper orb.
Okay. So you reach in, your hand kind of floats over. What color is your hand, by the way?
It's just black. Like, it's from the smoke that comes out of my hand, so it's just like a black hand that reaches out.
I like that. All right, so your hand's kind of floating over, little tendrils of smoke are flowing off of it, and it goes inside. And not only does this water not affect the hand, you actually see the water start to turn a dull gray, and you see swirling smoke inside of it, to the point where you can't actually see your mage hand anymore, but you can feel it mentally. You feel it grip this pearl and pull it back out, and the beam shuts off, the orb crashes down into the water, and the water elemental is now free.
Yay!
We did it!
I don't know if we should be saying yay. Yes.
I don't know if we should say yay because the water elemental, I hope, is thankful.
Well, I will ask him. Hey, hello. My name's Agnomeio. That's Thunder Nipples, and that's my brother Rapier. What's your name?
So, Well, let me just pause you there. So it was your turn, Agnomeio, so that's fine that you wanted to chat. Alessio, did you want to do anything with your turn? Or are you?
I thought we were out of combat. My bad.
No,
Well, I'm going to keep you guys in initiative just for the moment.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can kind of go up and can I investigate the water elemental?
Sure. I mean, he looks. Roll investigation. Let's just or roll perception, I should say.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
let's try that.
Okay.
He is going to run the fuck out of here as soon as he can.
Oh. Okay, he's out.
Like you can already see he's kind of looking around and he's like getting ready to just go forward.
Well, yeah, because he'd been conjured by someone as a protector.
Well, I mean, so I had a pretty decent perception roll. Can I ask him, how did you get here?
So he does not answer you.
Okay, he doesn't answer.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, at this point, so you that's going to be your turn. So Elric is standing there. The water elemental is going to just plow through Agnomeio. Actually, as he's going to run directly through you, and for a moment, you're not able to breathe, but only for a moment. You find yourself, you are one with this water elemental. Knobolas, you're the same way. He is completely engulfed. You are completely engulfed by this water elemental. And Elric, having seen this happen to both of you, he steps out of the way. And the water elemental runs, and he jumps off the side, and he dives into the ocean.
Elric with the Olay defense.
And we are now out of combat.
Wow.
So, you don't necessarily know what the hell just happened, but
I was like, yeah, it's like anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic.
But...
Like we helped this guy get out, and he just fucking he's like Elvis
He's
has
like,
left
bye,
the
bitch, and
building.
just like, right out.
Elvis has left the building. He's gone. Okay.
He wanted to go home.
I'd say he acted exactly what a water elemental I think would do.
Yep.
So there are these two shards of pearls at the bottom of this water.
I'm sorry. What are they called?
Shards of pearls.
Yeah, but what else could you call them?
What'd you say, like Vastepherins or something?
No, I said seminal vesicles.
Seminal vesicles. Fallopian tubes, like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So, with not much effort, you guys are able to pick to spot these things. Whether you want to pick them up or not is completely up to you.
Yeah, I think we should take them for future. I mean, who knows what powers they may hold.
All right.
Agreed.
Okay, so Knobolas, you're closest to one of them. Alessio, you're closest to the other. Who's gonna carry these things out of here?
I mean, I'll carry one if not.
I'll carry one as well.
Okay. All right, so you both have half of these pearls. Looking at them, it's very clear that they fit together. These are two parts of the same whole. And something about them seems kind of corrupted, or like there's just covered in this green film. And as you try to wipe it away, it kind of regenerates, and just they're constantly covered in this slime, just gross. Yeah, and that's it. So, what else would you like to do?
Well,
Are they like attracted to each other? Can we feel like there's like they're pulling to each other? Like...
I don't know if we should put them together because they're right.
Yeah, I was thinking like, is that a bad idea?
They're feeling.
They are like energy, right? We don't want to go blowing stuff up.
Yeah, they're feeling a bit evil, so I don't know if we want to put them together. Elric, can you give any insight to what these are, or no?
Yeah, if you give me a few minutes, I can try to figure out what they are.
All right, well, don't put them together, dude.
Okay,
so,
yeah, let's ask him first.
So he kind of asks you guys to hold them together, and he takes about 10 minutes, and he's casting the Identify spell as a ritual. So he says, this appears to be... It looks like a pearl of power, but it's corrupted. I'm not sure how we fix this.
Interesting.
A pearl of power that's corrupted. Okay. So I mean, if it's a pearl of power, I think it's worth keeping. Maybe we can find someone to help uncorrupt it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
All right, just don't get cursed by it or anything. As I skip out of the room.
Yeah, for the time being, let's keep them apart. at all times.
Okay.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we still have that area to the, I guess, southeast. You know what I mean? The beyond the curve.
So the only thing that you haven't inspected yet is that room that had the pulsing thing.
Blue light.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go check that out?
I mean, yeah.
If
It's
we
up to
can
you.
do it kind of quickly here.
We can do it quickly. Yeah. I know
we
we're
don't
over time,
have to if it's too late. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, it's okay. It'll be fairly short. All right. So let's do this. Everybody make an acrobatics check for me real quick
okay.
to see how you can get across this little ledge.
I roll a 17.
Oh, I so want somebody to roll a 1. Come on, roll a 1. Roll a 1. Ah.
Not a one. Not a one.
Nobody fell in the ocean.
Thank God.
Oh, I'm sorry,
And
man.
you guys actually rolled pretty well, except for Knobolas, who rolled a 12, but 21, 17, 18, 12. All right, anyway, so you guys are able to, you scoot your way across, and you find your way into this little room.
Oh shit! Look at that. Okay.
So-
Oh, that's pretty.
Uh,
I feel bad for people who listen to us as a podcast
yeah.
because that's pretty.
So what you're looking at in here is a fairly small room, but in the middle there's a very elaborate sundial. However, this does obviously not work with the sun because you're in an enclosed room. As you look at it a little closer, why don't you all roll Arcana for me?
Also, I just realized that would include sight impaired people, so I'm sorry. My bad.
Hey, at least you recognize.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Agnomeio, I need an Arcana from you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Alessio, as you're looking at this with a 13, there's not a ton that you can tell. So, what you do see, just because it's very hard to miss, is 4 glowing colored dots. What this looks like, if you want to picture this, and those podcast listeners probably do, picture a multicolored set of concentric circles, and across them, in a 3-dimensional plane, both like all three dimensions, there are these little glowing dots, and one of them is blue, one of them is red, one is green, and one is brown. Now, the blue one you seem to be right on top of. You could tell from this sundial that maybe this is some sort of a location, or possibly just somehow a direction, maybe like a compass. The red one appears to be to the west, almost directly west, if not slightly north. The green one is far to the east, and the brown one is to the southwest. You can't really tell what these mean. All you know is that they are moving very, very slowly.
Moving very slowly. Very slowly.
Why don't you all roll a investigation check?
I was gonna say, is that the colors of our outlines?
Oh shit, is it? If we're some digi-destined motherfuckers, I'm gonna be mad.
Okay. So Knobolas rolled the highest with an 18 investigation. However, you kind of look around the rest of this room, and it seems very barren. There's really nothing else going on here. The most that you can infer with an 18, I'll kind of give you a little bit more. This does not appear to be pointing at you guys. Like, one of you moves around the room, and nothing really seems to be happening. However, it does seem to be, the dots do seem to be moving consistently in a specific direction, depending on the dot. You get the feeling that maybe this is pointing at something else.
But maybe they are our goals, our individual goals. Maybe like one of us is our goal is to the north, one is to the south. I'm thinking in video game terms, like it's
Right.
like the pointer.
No, it's Chekhov's gun, right? In book terms, like if it's not purposeful, why is it there?
Or maybe I know that you think that way, so maybe I put shit in here for no reason.
It's a double bluff.
Or maybe it's super important. Who knows? Your
And
character
it would be
doesn't know.
a triple bluff.
Anyway, all right. So that's about the most that you can tell from this room. All right.
I was gonna say, can we take a picture of it? But it doesn't matter.
No, so I do think that you can't take a picture of it, but I do think that you probably have some sort of a clothes. I mean, not clothes. I'm sorry. Like paper and stuff inside. I know we blew away your inventory by mistake the other day, so I'm gonna say that you have some paper and some pencils or whatever.
Okay.
If you want to make some sort of notes, then that's fine.
Yeah, I will sketch down just kind of a general direction of whatever color is.
Sure. I am going to throw this in your chat for you so you can have that. All right. So that is the end of what you guys need to explore here, at least as far as you know. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
Nope.
Not right now.
Awesome. All right. So then for the moment, we will say that you guys head back to the Mighty Maiden. Easy enough to get back on the ship. You guys had, Captain Squall had been able to keep the ship within a few feet of the island, and you were able to make your jump back onto the ship. And we will pick up there next week. At this point, I'd say it's definitely time for you guys to go to bed in game and out of game. But also when we come back next week, it will be the morning of your second day at sea. So thank you, everybody, for hanging with us on this little bit of a late night. I really wanted to get through this whole area, and I appreciate you guys hanging with us and some of those technical issues at the beginning, as always.
You gotta toast us off with something here.
Yeah, that sounds good. What are you toasting us off with? I'm gonna make
I am
you
toasting us off with Lot 40, the
cast strength.
rye. No, not the cast strength, just the
Okay.
regular. This is the rye that made me fall in love with Canadian whiskey. And then I fell out of love as soon as I had Black Velvet.
I was gonna say literally any other whiskey from them. Yeah.
I'm on their mailing list, and apparently they're introducing Black Velvet flavored whiskey coming soon. So keep
Oh
an
my
eye out,
God.
guys.
They're only 3 years behind the fad.
Yeah, somebody actually sent me the toasted caramel from them, which has
Wait,
been
that
around
doesn't
for a
sound
while.
awful. That
Yeah,
does not sound awful.
I haven't tried it yet, but I mean, Black Velvet is awful, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
Next week on
Yeah.
Hundreds and Drams.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Make sure to check out all the links in the description. Thank you guys very much for joining us here tonight. Check out the Patreon, because we're going to have a lot of cool content coming out there, especially if you're really into the game. You're going to really appreciate some of the world building that we're going to be doing there. And thank you guys all for playing. I appreciate you staying up late and being part of this. So cheers, everybody at home. Cheers.
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 Cheers.